Hey everybody, this is Jake Coyle, the founder of Grindset Fitness. I'm with Head of Client Relations, Greg Pignataro, and we're really excited to go over something with you today. It's the how to permanently transform your body and mind without giving up your beer, chocolate, and wine, the blueprint for you to live life on your terms.
Yeah, so we're really excited to share some great information with you today that you can use as very applicable takeaways to your own life. So we're going to get started in about 30 seconds here. So real quick, make sure that you have a drink, you have a snack, certainly a pen and paper to take some notes off of because we're going to be giving you some great information over the next about 40 or so minutes. And like Jake said, we're extremely pumped to share this with you because we think it is really going to help. So we will get started in about 10 seconds, so sit tight and be ready to learn some things that are hopefully going to be on the path to change your life.
So, who is this for? If any of these describe your situation, you want to lose weight and sustain it. Time management is a challenge. You feel sick and tired of the way you look. You need someone to hold you accountable.
So yeah, we want to make sure that we're not wasting your time, that you're getting something out of this. So make sure that if any of these describe you, then this is for you and keep listening. So if you have low energy and low confidence or self-esteem, you're tired of quick fixes, fad diets, or stuck-up trainers who think they're better than you, or if your love life is suffering. It's a very common problem in people who are unhappy with the way they look and feel. So if any of those describe you, this is definitely something you want to keep listening to.
Again, who this is for, you're spending too much money on medication, you want to be around for your kids and grandkids, you're seeking mental relief.
And so equally important as who this is for is who this is not for. Like I said, we want to make sure that we're not wasting your time, you get something out of it. So if you don't want to or don't feel you need to improve your self-esteem or health, that's great. You don't need us, you can turn it off right now and enjoy the rest of your day. And further, people who whine or have a victim mentality where everything happens to them, they're not in control of their situation, this is not going to be a good fit for you. Also, if you're somebody who thinks that you know everything but you're stuck and not happy with how you are, this is not going to be a good fit. And then finally, I want to talk about if you're somebody who has a fixed mindset. So the difference between a fixed and growth mindset is a very important concept to understand. And Jake, I know you have a lot of thoughts on this.
Yeah, so a fixed mindset is basically you're good with status quo. You're not really into getting better. You're not really wanting to improve. You might think you know everything, which is, in our opinion, just a very bad place to be. So a growth mindset is all about becoming better, just wanting more out of life, becoming a leader, and ultimately those are the people we are really excited about for here because we want you to be the person to be watching this video.
Absolutely, well said. And a very key point on top of that too is somebody with a fixed mindset doesn't believe they can change. They think that they are the way they are, no matter what, that's never going to be different, that their situation is the way it is. Whereas somebody with a growth mindset realizes they can change. They may not have been dealt the perfect hand of cards, but they're the master of their situation and change is possible. So if you have a fixed mindset, this is probably not going to be a great fit. So more people who this is not for is our tire kickers, people who say they want to change but aren't ready to commit to making a difference. They're just all talk, basically. And then for those people who don't want to or don't need to lose body fat or get stronger. If you're already at 8% body fat and
I don't know if anybody would be that way, but
if you are and you can bench press 500 pounds, this isn't going to be a big help for you, and congratulations on your excellent strength. And then a good also final piece here is people who value money more than their life or their health. And I know, Jake, this is something you're very passionate about.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that we want people to understand is that health and wellness and fitness is truly an investment. And for people that don't quite see it that way and think of it as a different way, then this is probably not for you. You want to have that mindset of, okay, I'm okay to put some money into my health.
So I'm going to take a step back here and ask you to imagine what your life would look like if you could train and eat however you wanted without sacrificing your looks or your health. You didn't have to choose between one or the other. Now that may seem like a far-fetched, strange concept at this moment. It won't by the time you're done listening here, but just take a minute and really try to visualize that, how happy you would be, how much better you would feel if you could train and eat however you wanted.
Yeah.
And this would all be without being dependent on a coach for the rest of your life. We're going to explain how this is possible throughout this talk.
Imagine being able to travel, going out with your friends, and not worrying about doing the diet that you may be on, and you can just have, again, a life around what you're doing rather than the other way around. So really excited to dive into that. In the next 45 minutes, you'll learn how to create your dream lifestyle like we've talked about and eat whatever you want without sacrificing your health and appearance, which again right now might seem crazy, but it can be done. And again, how you can spend much less time in the gym or even skip it and still look amazing. It'll be up to you.
So you'll also learn how to break your dependence on programs and trainers and truly understand training and nutrition once and for all. It's that concept of, if you teach someone to fish, you feed them for life, whereas if you give them a fish, you only feed them for a day. So true results are going to come from knowing how to fish.
In the next 45 minutes, you'll learn a no-fluff, scientifically proven and ruthlessly tested method for building the health and body of your dreams using one simple formula. Again, super excited to go over that. This is not another gimmick or fad diet. Quick little thing on diets, I hate them because they literally have dye in them. So we believe that it needs to be a different approach. And again, because we believe diets and things like that, they get you emotionally high and they're not really there for sustainability. So again, this is a proven strategy like we've talked about for anyone sick of the status quo.
So why is this different than some of these things you may have heard before? So first of all, a huge one is there is nothing for sale. Throughout this presentation, we're going to give you some proven content strategies that will revolutionize your health and appearance, but we're not going to try to sell you anything. This is for you to have some takeaways, some things you can actually apply to your own life without having to break out the checkbook.
Exactly. And again, our biggest thing that we want you to get out of this is clarity. So if you can get clarity out of this presentation, we've done our job. And again, nothing for sale. So here's some really cool proof, and we won't spend too much time on it because we're going to talk more as we go, but the one on the left here is worth noting. This is Melanie. She is down 340 pounds by using our systems, not using anything crash dieting, nothing like that. Biggest Loser style, nothing like that, where she loses a bunch, gains a bunch back. One of the cool things is she's actually kept the weight off. So she's down 340 pounds, and she's been keeping it off for 2.5 years.
So then that's an awesome thing to note here too, because statistics have shown that after 2 years, 85% of people who lose weight will gain it back or more. So the fact that she has kept it off for that long is truly incredible.
Mm-hmm. So what's in it for me? So if you stay till the end, we are going to email you our 5 steps to an unbeatable mindset, have unstoppable love for your mind, body, and life. This is something that we're just going to give away for free. This is something that I have actually sold in the past. And we don't think that necessarily you'll be able to just transform your whole life with this book, but you'll be able to pave the way to a healthier body and mind by this book. So if you stay till the end, we'll email it to you right into your inbox, and we're really excited about that.
Absolutely, because I'm sure you would agree that if you don't have the right mindset, the changes that you achieve will be fleeting at best or even impossible to get there if your mind isn't right.
Right.
So I'm going to ask if any of these things sound like you. Are you struggling to keep weight off long term? Have you lost weight but then gained it back or more? Is that a constantly repeating cycle? Further, are you afraid to end up like your parents or a family member? You're scared of dying in your early 60s or sooner from poor health. Like maybe your friends, family, somebody you know had a really unhealthy lifestyle and it ended up taking their life early. Like that's tragic, and it's totally natural to be scared of something like that happening to you and wanting to do something about it.
Maybe you're paying for expensive medication for high blood pressure, cholesterol, or type 2 diabetes. Or maybe you lost a bunch of weight, but now you're stuck and can't seem to move the needle another inch, that dreaded plateau.
Or perhaps maybe depression's taking over your life because you're really unhappy with the way you look. You don't like looking at yourself or don't want others seeing you in public. It's a very common problem, unfortunately. It affects those who maybe they don't know how to do anything about it. Or then maybe you're really tired of having little to no energy, tired of being tired all the time.
And this is another one. You're sick of cocky, self-centered coaches who think having abs makes them better than you. Look, we're trainers and coaches, and we're not trying to badmouth anybody, but we do realize that the industry is full of people that may be able to get in shape themselves, but it's a totally different thing by being able to understand how to get other people in shape. Maybe you crave attention you used to get from your loved one when you first started dating, but no longer receive, and that's another issue. And so we're going to go over all
I
that.
see that happen all the time,
Yeah.
but nobody talks about it, and it's one of the saddest things that happens. It can make you feel powerless, but you need to be able to do something about it. So, if any of those sound like you, that means you have health, appearance, and/or confidence goals, maybe all three. But if you don't have any idea how to get there without being miserable, you're not alone. Anyone can tell you, okay, all you got to do is starve yourself and work out every day and run 5 miles every single morning. Like, that doesn't take any thought or any skill or any notion of what applies to you as an individual. So what you need is something easy and predictable that'll get you results without selling your soul to the gym and salads for every single meal.
Speaking of salads, here's my story. So on the left there, and we want to spend a little bit of time on this to see, just give you guys an idea of what we're all about. So on the left, that was me about 6 years ago doing fitness competition. I was in the best shape physically. I was at 5% body fat, 190 pounds. But what we put in there is I was at 5% happy. I truly was not happy with where I was at. I was depressed, I was anxious, and what's crazy is that I was in the best shape physically, but I was eating the same thing every day. And so what I did is I went and traveled around the country. I sought after the best coaches, the best scientific sustainable systems, and now we've put that together and really excited to go over it.
Well, you hit that on the head there, right? Like, you were doing something that wasn't sustainable and was making you miserable trying to achieve it, even though from the outside people might be go, oh my God, that guy looks amazing. What does he have to be unhappy about?
Yeah.
But that's the truth. Like, you can absolutely take this too far. You need something sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
So my story is a little bit different. So when I was 19, I was a Division I college soccer player, and through a freak accident during practice, I fractured one of my vertebrae in 2 places, broken back, out for about 6 to 8 months with no physical activity, which was hard enough, but at the time, I had a couple doctors tell me I should seriously consider never playing soccer again. And oh, by the way, that heavy weightlifting that you're getting into, that you're just starting to get so excited about and is leading to positive changes in your body and your mind and your confidence, can't do that anymore. No more squats, no more deadlifts, you're done. Well, that wasn't a good enough answer for me, frankly. I felt I'm not comfortable giving up these things that I love. So after my physical therapy, I spent many months to years researching all the things to get me back to where I wanted to be, to get me healthy, strengthen my core, strengthen my glutes, strengthen my hips. And I was able to get back to playing soccer again, get back to lifting heavy again, and be very happy with my results because I refused to have that victim mentality, that fixed mindset. Even though something bad happened to me, I wanted to take control of my own situation.
And that's what's really cool about both of our stories is that I feel like we both bring a different element. I went the total crazy fitness show approach and did the crash dieting. Greg's been through a lot with his back and having to reprogram and get that back going. So we're excited to go over that.
So here's the good news, is if any of the things that we've mentioned before, the low energy, the low confidence, being unhappy, if any of that sounds like you, none of those things are actually the problem. They're all symptoms of the true problem, which is you're stuck in the old model of doing things and haven't yet upgraded to the 3 necessary new model principles that we're going to show you today.
What can you expect? So what you can expect, more freedom and flexibility. Okay, you can eat what you want when you want. Maximize your time with family and friends. Again, being able to go to the wedding or the party without worrying about sabotaging the results. And no more bad relationships, romantic included.
So what else you can expect is enjoying higher energy levels, having no more low confidence or self-esteem issues, spending 0 to little time in the gym. This is going to be up to you. When you understand these principles, you can work out as much or as little as you enjoy. We're going to talk about that later, but it is a very important thing to understand. And also stopping the guesswork. You're not going to be wondering to yourself, is this going to work? Where are my results going to come from? You're going to understand the science behind, the why behind what you're doing, how it works.
Let this system do the hard work for you. And we firmly believe that it's the best system, do it your way plan for living life on your terms. There's a lot of programs out there, but we believe it's the best system for you to be able to have your life on your own terms.
Again, I'm going to teach you to fish. So what you need to know is after the training today, you'll know how to make your life simple again. Eating what you want, spending little to zero time in the gym, regaining confidence, building back your relationships, and getting back to the good life. The important thing to keep in mind is that this system is designed to make fitness very simple so that you actually enjoy it either again or for the first time.
So don't take our word for it. This is Santana. This is a before and after, a 6-week transformation. She lost about 6 inches in her waist, and which is crazy. I'm not saying everybody will lose that much.
In what, 6 weeks,
In
right?
6 weeks, yeah. So she lost about 1 inch a week. But the main thing that we want to touch on is that we customized her plan. She was eating things that were getting her a little bit inflamed, and so we customized it and we figured it out. And so her experience was really, really cool. This is another one. This is Kevin. He, in just 2 months, got off all his cholesterol medication, which is phenomenal. Believe it or not, he was 31 when he started, and he was on cholesterol medication. It's a real problem. Teenagers are on it now. And so he's very excited. His girlfriend and him are doing so well just because he has more energy, and mentally he's doing so much better. This is Holly here, and you can see this is a 2-year transformation. Now she is still keeping it off, but just for the sake of this picture here, just real quick, on the left, she's unhappy, she's overeating, not really having an idea of what to do as far as nutritionally, and really no physical activity. Now she's moderately active, she's doing things she enjoys, she's very nutritionally balanced. You can sort of see it, but she's holding a drink. I'm assuming that's an alcoholic beverage. Again, we're not condoning alcoholic drinking, obviously, but it's something that you can do on our program. It doesn't matter whether you do or don't, it's just if you do, we want to teach you the way to do it.
Gives you the freedom and flexibility to have those drinks when you want them.
This is another amazing transformation. This is our client Rustin. So he is down over 50 pounds. When he started, he was extremely depressed, just trying to juggle. Some of you might be, you can't find the time. You're owning a business, right? He owned a pool company at the time. And you're busy, you're constantly on the go, just like he was. He was so stressed out that he would literally drive to Baskin Robbins, get the biggest pint of ice cream, and eat it in his car and cry when he would be stressed because he didn't know how to cope with his stress. And that's a real thing that we'll discuss today too, is some of you may not even want to do a program because it might stress you out to even think about doing it. And that's the last thing we want you to think about, because that's not how it should be. We should be able to figure out a sustainable plan so that you can still live life and enjoy it. This is another one, and we'll go through these relatively quickly. You can pause the video and watch them, but this is Rachel. I wanted to touch on her story because it's pretty cool. Her family got up and actually moved to Madrid, Spain, and she stayed on the program. That was her before and after on the left there. And I think it was like 8 weeks, and literally in Europe, which if you've all been to Europe, it's hard to eat well, but she found a plan according to how she needed to do. And she did she did all her workouts on the fly. And again, you don't have to work out, but she enjoys it, and you can pause and read her story as well. And this is again another transformation. You can pause and watch these, but we just want to show you that we've been in the trenches with these people. They've tested and tried our program. And in the past year alone, we have over 3,000 pounds of fat loss to date. So pretty phenomenal. We also want to touch on most of these people have kept the weight off, which is really, really cool. And mentally, they're so much stronger. So a little bit about me. I'm, like I said in the beginning, I'm the founder of Grindset Fitness. We're a training company, coaching company. We have, myself, I have 10 years of training experience, over 1,000 testimonials. In this presentation, we're just giving you a few of those. I have my bachelor's in science and exercise and wellness from Arizona State University. And not to go into crazy detail about it, but I watched my own sister battle drug and alcohol addiction. She is now 7 years sober, and what's been really empowering to watch her unfold her story is that she's still physically active, she's eating balanced, and obviously the 12-step sobriety program taught her some amazing things, but because she can eat well and have the right mindset, she's doing so great. And that's what propelled me to work with others so heavily on mindset and training. And my job is to help you finally uncover what has been holding you back on your fitness goals by working through your training, eating habits, mindset, and environment.
Yep, and a little bit of background about me. Again, my name is Greg Pignataro. My main credential is I'm a NSCA accredited strength and conditioning specialist. That's a CSCS. Not to toot my own horn on this here, but that is the cert that you need to work with Division I athletes and professional sports teams. Most of those organizations won't let you join the staff if you don't have those magic 4 letters behind your name. But so I'm also a former Division I soccer player, and I've been lucky enough to help train NFL athletes, U.S. women's national soccer team athletes, and many, many NCAA Division I athletes. But I also love working with people who haven't set foot on an athletic field in years or have never set foot on an athletic field. Love working with wide varieties. So as I touched upon earlier, I overcame my broken back to squat and deadlift 2.5 times my body weight, completely pain-free.
We have the video on that too, if anyone wants to.
We do. And so my main job is to help you not only rehabilitate old injuries, but also help you unlock levels of physical and mental strength you never knew you had. It is so rewarding to see how excited, how happy people become when they accomplish physical feats and see and do things with the mental strength that they never knew they had. It's the most amazing thing you can experience.
Now we're going to go over the Grindset Core 4. So now is the time to grab your pen and paper. We're going to dive into it, and we're very excited to get going now.
So the old model, we have a little before and after transformation here. What you might see is that before you were gaining weight back after a successful program, getting little to no results, not feeling happy with how you look, didn't have accountability to keep you on track, having poor relationships, very restrictive eating, spending hours in the gym only to get inconsistent results, being worried and confused about what's true because there's so much misinformation or partially correct information out there, not having the energy to play with your kids, and being afraid to take your clothes off. That was all before. That was before the Grindset method. Now, when you go through the program that we're going to be telling you about, you will have sustainable weight loss, sustainable confidence, and high energy. You'll find that mental relief you've been seeking, and you'll have hugely improved health.
One thing, and I'm very passionate about this because there's nothing worse than doing something that you can't sustain for your life. Sustainability is king. Truly, if you can't sustain it, it's a horrible wellness plan. And I know we've discussed that, but I really want you to imagine being able to do something that you can sustain and enjoy. The plan of attack has to make sense for you. You have to make sense. You can't do something that you don't enjoy long term. It just doesn't work.
Absolutely. So we've talked about it before, but eating what you want. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is cutting out foods that they enjoy. Eventually, you will fail with that. There's no way around it.
People who eliminate foods they enjoy will never be able to abstain forever. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Again, the big diet right now is keto. They cut out they cut out a complete food group. They cut out carbs. And at some point, you will cave. And again, sometimes keto can work for people, but is there enough evidence long term to sustain that? Because what we believe is when you incorporate foods you love while getting results, you'll never have to choose between your loved ones or your goals again.
Yeah, you can absolutely make it last for your whole life, not just stick to a plan for 3 to 6 months and then be unhappy when a year later all the hard work, all the progress you got is gone.
Yeah, and let's touch on that real quick because I think yo-yoing is a true problem we have right now. Some of you watching this, you might have lost 30 pounds before, gain it back. And that's, again, because you've done a diet. It's not sustainable. And we really want to hone in on that because it's important that you understand there is another way. This is that new model that we're getting into and really excited about.
Totally. So when you understand this, you move from consistent and even constant fear, frustration, and anxiety to consistent and predictable results. All this will be achieved while not skipping weddings, the parties, the social events, coworker happy hours, work get-togethers, and eating your grandma's famous chocolate chip cookies. And this is so important because so many people fall off the wagon on a nutrition plan because there are all these events that they want to go to. They want to be a normal human, do social things, but they don't know how to eat properly while they're there or incorporate it into what they're doing. So they either give up completely or they decide, this isn't going to work for me.
When you learn this, you go from the myth, you can't eat amazing things and still be healthy, look good. The truth is, masters of fitness and nutrition understand they can eat what they want while looking amazing and being healthy.
So it's key to understand that you're not choosing just one, either happiness and satisfaction with what you're eating or happiness with the way you look and feel. You're having health and physical benefits while literally eating your cake too. You know, when you aren't clear on this, you end up repelling all the good things in life, burning out, becoming miserable. Maybe you don't go to that wedding or that happy hour, or you go there but you feel miserable because you're saying, oh my God, people are going to judge me if I don't have a piece of the wedding cake, or you're going to upset dear grandma because you're not eating her cookies, her chocolate chip cookies. I mean, mine's better with snickerdoodles, but you know.
In personal story real quick, and I won't make this super long, but I was at a Diamondbacks game here in Arizona back when I was doing my third fitness competition, and this is when I decided to stop. I was at the game, every one of my friends were having a hot dog and a beer, and I literally brought my meal with me, okay? And I know maybe some of you have done that. You brought your meal to the game or whatever. Again, how is that sustainable? I'm over it. A hot dog's not going to kill your results, but in my mind it would. And so I was so restrictive and I was miserable. And that's when I'm like, okay, there has to be another way. I have to be able to go out and enjoy these things. And that's what we want from you.
Yep. So that's why, again, this system simplifies fitness and nutrition so that it's not a burden, so that you truly enjoy it.
One workout strategy. This is our philosophy. Keep it super simple. Only incorporate the things you enjoy doing. I had an old client text me. I just checked in with him the other day. He hasn't been in the gym for 2 years simply because he doesn't enjoy going to the gym. So he just gave up. Doesn't eat well, he doesn't follow any type of program, just said, screw it. And that's really sad because I tried to explain to him that you don't need a gym to see great results. This system is designed, again, to simplify fitness so you can actually enjoy it again.
Yeah, because you can do so much with just your body at home if that's all you want to do. And even if you're one of those people that says, you know what, I don't like moving at all, it's just not for me. That's okay if your nutrition portion is on point. If you truly understand what you need to do, you can achieve results with nutrition only. And then, on top of that, you work out as much or as little as you like. Let's say you do like going to the gym, but you only like doing the bench press. You know, there's ways to get results from that.
Yeah.
So that's the key. It's customized to you, making sure you enjoy it, because training is addictive when it's fun. Nutrition is addictive when you're getting results, and I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say on that is, for example, if you're a single dad, you need a different type of program than a mom with 5 kids, you know?
Totally.
I mean, but again, that's the key, is that you have to keep it simple, number one, but number two, you need to find a plan that you enjoy and that you can stick with.
So we're telling you to stop the ridiculous routines, because when you enjoy your workouts, you can do them forever. So, for example, I have a client who's 73 years old. She never really worked out before, but she fell in love with the kettlebell deadlift exercise. And over the past couple months, she has safely and sustainably increased her deadlift from not being able to pick up 20 pounds off the floor to now being able to pick up almost 100. And she's having fun with it.
And why does she want to do it? This is what's cool.
Absolutely. She wants to do it because she wants to be able to carry the 40-pound bags of dog food and pick up the 5-gallon jugs of water all by herself without having to rely on her husband. And that kind of thing is so important. It's applicable to her life, and she enjoys it. So when you understand that and what truly drives results, you know, you do the workouts that you want, or not even work out at all.
When you figure this out, you'll no longer dread 5 a.m. workouts or worry if you're hardcore enough. You'll truly do things however you like and not feel bad about it or worry that you won't get results. If you like working out at 5 a.m., cool. I hate it, so I'm not going to do it. So I do things that I actually enjoy, and that's the key.
So we've touched on this before, but the whole point is to ultimately gain freedom from trainers and programs, to stop relying on others, to learn how to, so to speak, fix your car yourself and stop paying others to do it, because knowledge truly is power. You know, you can get any of the results that you want when you understand the how and the why, because anybody can follow directions, anybody can be told what to do and then do it. But when you truly understand why, then you'll be the master of your own fate.
Like a degree in your personal nutrition and training, when you learn the specific scientific and proven principles that work 100% of the time, you can finally have whatever results you're looking for. Then you'll build a life of your dreams and live it on your terms. And a lot of this stuff is common sense, but at the end of the day, it's not common practice. And that's what we want. I mean, again, we're keeping it simple, but to do that, you need the path to do it. You need to understand how to do it.
Absolutely. So when you understand this, when you get this, it has a powerful domino effect. You start achieving all the other things that you want in life. They're all connected. You have better confidence, which leads to better relationships, and you can have more energy, better health. A lot of people find that they get more financial success when the burden of poor health and low confidence is gone. So here's Melanie, who we talked about before. Another picture. I think Jake has some great things to say about her.
Yeah, so we're really excited about this. Last year, we flew her down. She's a client of ours. She lives in Seattle. Again, we're in Arizona.
Online training?
Online training only. Doing things that she enjoys. Nothing too crazy. She's a mom. She doesn't have time to live in a gym. And she doesn't really have the ability to just eat the same thing every day. She's out and about a lot, client meetings, things like that. So what's really cool is she's down 500 plus pounds. So we wanted to really reward her. We flew her down, and now she is on Channel 12 News, and her story is just, it's phenomenal. It's really, really exciting.
Definitely, if you get a chance, say check it out on our website for sure.
And I apologize. I said she's down 500 pounds. She's down 300 pounds. She was over 500 pounds when she started. So she is down 340 pounds, like we stated. Don't want people thinking she lost 500 pounds.
But also, crucially, too, like we said before, she's kept it off for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
And that is the most impressive part, I believe. So then also you go from working hard to hardly working when you understand this, because instead of working hard, you're working smart.
Yeah, and we wanted to show you this again to just reiterate that we've done this for a while. We have hundreds of these texts of our clients that are down. You can pause the video and look at that. But it's amazing to see the feedback from these people seeing such great results.
So how do we do all this? Well, whatever your motivation to change is, this is the path that's going to take you there. You have the flexibility with food, ultimately moving to no trainers and fun or none workouts, as we call them, and then that leads to the ideal life that you've been searching for. Because eating what you want gives you flexibility, choosing how much or not to train at all gives you freedom, and then saving money on trainers and programs gives you options to do more things that make you happy.
This is some more before and afters. This is Erica, who we just wanted to highlight real quick. That transformation is pretty amazing. Again, she's a mom, but what she really likes about the program is that she can be flexible with her eating. And the moms watching this, we understand that. This one's really dear to my heart. This is actually my own father, and he is down 15 pounds. He's feeling great. He, again, owns his own business like we had with Rustin. And so the long hours now, he has more energy. But now he's able to scale back a little bit from working because he realizes how important it is to work on your fitness.
And look at those guns, man. I hope I look like that when I'm in my 50s.
This is another one. You can see how much he's lost in his waist, the definition he's been able to attain. I think he literally works out, I think it's 2 hours a week because he enjoys it. But again, he doesn't need to. Doing what he enjoys is key.
So just to give you a quick recap on everything we've talked about. So you want to create flexibility in your food choices so that you can enjoy your family and loved ones at any and all events stress-free without compromising results. So this will help create energy and better health even if you do limited or zero training. And then it'll ultimately lead to saving your time, money, and having fewer headaches by learning enough to be the master of your own training and nutrition, getting rid of those programs forever.
This system ultimately lets you take a back seat and let the car run on autopilot while you enjoy the benefits. Everything you need in a scientifically and ruthlessly tested format to build the health and body of your dreams using this one simple method.
So it's also important to say to stop trying everything and focus. You're zeroing in on one method, because if you try something for 2 weeks and then jump to something new and then something new again.
When you Google, right? You Google weight loss. I mean, millions of programs, and you're literally shotgun approach. You start one, you stop one, you have no idea what to do.
Yep. So when you implement this fail-proof system and stick to it, that's what leads to creating your dream lifestyle without feeling like you're even trying. It becomes effortless.
Now you have a choice to make. Again, this system is designed to simplify fitness so you can actually enjoy it again.
So you can try to figure this all out on your own, which if that's the route you want to take, that is totally fine. We've done our jobs, we've given you some takeaways that you can use and apply to your own life, and that's awesome. We love when people are empowered and want to take control. So that's one choice. You can try to figure it all out on your own. Or, the second choice is you can learn a proven and tested system from people who have actually mastered this stuff and successfully implemented the system in hundreds of other clients' lives. And so here at Grindset, we definitely practice what we preach. So Jake got his shirtless photo in earlier. I couldn't be left behind. So I've used this system on myself. You see the photo on the left. And then on the right, you see Jake's little brother, who's made a really, really impressive transformation in terms of the amount of muscle he's gained and has had a really, really impressive results. So we believe in this stuff so much because not only have we done it for other people, we've done it for ourselves.
The winner's path. See how this can be implemented for you, and that's what we're about to go over here in a second. So over the next 5 days, our team has set aside time to talk with you personally and see if we can help. And again, like Greg mentioned, if you feel like you got enough out of this, that's fine. But we really, we want and we love to help people, so we want to do this for you. So basically what we want to do, we'll talk with you about your goals for 45 minutes and map out an exact action plan for you to follow so that you can hit your health and body goals this year. This call will probably be the most valuable 45 minutes you spend working on your life this year.
And 45 minutes may seem like a lot, but that's because this isn't a cookie cutter plan. Jake mentioned the single dad versus the mom with 5 kids. Like, all of this needs to be customized to and sustainable for you. So that's why it's a 45-minute call, so we can truly understand your goals and give you a concrete, actionable plan so that you can get there based on these universal principles we've been talking about.
All you have to do is click the link above here, grindsetonline.com/schedule, and together again we'll dial in your health and life goals to get absolute clarity about how to reach your goals as fast as possible. And you'll get an exact strategy to make it all happen. Like Greg mentioned, completely customized to you. And why are we doing this, Greg? So why would we put time into this?
Well, we are just truly passionate about empowering people to take control of themselves. So if you want us to personally work with you so that you reach your goals, and if we both, Jake and I and you, think that it's all a good fit, then we might invite you to become one of the new clients that we take on.
And if that's the case, we'll walk you through what it would look like and take you through an overview of our program that's designed to get you an easy and systemized fitness approach with maximum freedom. And one of the cool things is we expect clients to start seeing results within 7 days. And we want to highlight start.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean that you're going to reach your goals within 7 days or see a complete dramatic transformation. But in terms of starting to feel stronger, starting to have a little bit better energy, all those things are pretty simple to achieve within 7 days if you stick to everything.
So again, all you need to do is click the link either at the top or bottom. Honestly, we push a lot of people to this training, and our schedules can only handle 20 strategy sessions over the next 5 days. So if this does seem like something you want to do, we want to empower you to click the link and to do this strategy session with us. We'd be thrilled to chat with you and go over your goals.
To apply now, for sure. And then, we've reached the end here. We just want to say thank you so much for your time this afternoon. We really appreciate you sticking through and listening to the whole thing. Hope you enjoy that free ebook on the mindset that is coming your way shortly. And just the fact that you've stuck through this entire thing shows how serious you are about achieving your goals. And that's the first step, right? If you have that, you are on the right path.
Yeah, and the first step's the most important, just what Greg said. And then that next step is maybe you're sitting here debating on whether to do this call. Again, if all we do is bring you clarity, that would fulfill us, make us feel really good. And that's why we're offering this for you. So all you got to do is click those links there. We'll take you to the call. We'll chat with you. We'll create a plan for you. And if that's the case, we're excited to get started.
Yeah. Thank you guys again, and have an amazing rest of your day.
Thanks, guys.